said that there'll be tribulation and perplexity. That's well enough. Pakistan, going running down the field. Running down the field. So out of bounds to all get close to God. Despite what the others see, the other students in, like the way get God. Thank you for dinner again.
Say all this, but like despite his conditions right now, that he still loves Jesus and is still praising God. To me, personally, that's really, really That was sweet. That was sweet.
That's only expected
every
from
week.
you. That's a good idea. Joseph.
She had an experience. We didn't even get a
I ran up to that guy in the orange pants and I was like, excuse me, sir, and he like looked at me, but he didn't think I was talking to him, but he was like the only guy around, so I told him over to him. He was just like, he couldn't figure out why we were he was very gracious and he was like, you know, I won't eat the chicken, but the rice and the green beans look great, and he was just like talking about like now I don't have to go off the line.
They all just love to talk.
I wish we could have got that one lady on.
I mean, if she had talked.
Yeah, I understand that.
Your personal reaction.
I feel good about it. It's just like I said before, Lana and Aaron, just like the expressions that we got and like the lack of expressions, people couldn't explain like how they felt, so they just kind of were speechless and just made me feel good.
Maybe the next one we should do would be great for Dr. Julian.
Great for Dr. Gray. Samantha?
Oh, good. Do this.
Okay, so at the beginning I was a bit reluctant and I'll admit nervous and frightened, but now the only thing I regret is that we didn't have more time to do it, and I really wish we could have had a blanket for that guy because I feel bad, and it was just very eye-opening. Lana? My turn? Really enlightening, really uplifting. Depressing, I'm not gonna lie, but still kind of makes you reevaluate everything you take for granted. Okay, everyone, good job. Hands in. I'm not even kidding. Ready? Go. We're done.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi there.
How are you?
What are you all doing?
This is a documentary for our honors class at UNF.
Yeah. You're feeding vagrants? You're a bona fide religious group?
No.
Did you get a permit?
I'm just religious.
Did you get a permit?
No.
You know you're breaking the law?
It wouldn't surprise us.
Yeah, because these are all convicted felons, drug addicts, pedophiles, alcoholics. All they do is spend their entire day downtown, panhandling, buying beer, buying drugs, going into the library unless they've been banned, and chasing children down, urinating and defecating on the street, and making the park generally an unsavory place to be. That guy has been in this park for years. He knows his civil rights. He hasn't done anything to be banned from the park, but he's ruining the community. When we have people come down here and feed these people, it just enables them to live on the street and not seek services so they can get their lives straightened out. If you want to contribute, go to the Salzbacher Center, go to the New Life Inn. There's any number of places, but don't come down here and hand out food and clothing, because one, you're breaking the law, two, you're ruining the community. I don't think you dream of doing this in your own neighborhood. I have a business and I live downtown just a block from here, and we have a constant battle with these characters. They go after my customers, break into their cars, molest them for money. As soon as you get out of the car down here, these guys are all over you. They seem like nice people, but they're not. The fellow sitting over there with that group playing checkers just got out of prison a few days ago. Kenny Devon Smith beat up a 16-year-old in here. Has a record going back to 1982. Aggravated assault, burglary of an occupied structure, all kinds of things. Selling drugs, cocaine. He's been in prison several times. So these people look like they're in need. They're not. They're scammers. They're entrepreneurs. They're not nice people. It's hurting the community, and it's hurting them by coming down here and giving them stuff, even though it's school. And I'll tell you, when I guess you guys are in your early 20s. I'm 52 now. When I lived in New York and I went to the Culinary Institute, I'm a chef. We get out of school in Poughkeepsie and we drive down to New York. You know, we go to CBGB's and stuff, but we took all the food we had left over and go down to the Bowery, which was like Skid Row back then, and hand out food to the bums. At the time, I thought I was doing a good thing. I wasn't. It's a bad thing to do because it kept those guys on the street. And by the way, in Jacksonville, you can get fed 5 or 6 times a day at all the social service agencies. You can get a bed as long as you're not drunk or belligerent or crazy. And there's all kinds of services here. And we need to force these folks to take advantage of it. But when good-meaning people like you come down and give them food and comfort, it just enables them to stay in the park. So think about that.
Well, it's just a project.
Well, I know it's a project. If Janet Bush wasn't in the library right now, there'd be several police officers out here. You probably would have been ticketed and or arrested for doing what you just did.
That's a shame.
It is a shame, but that's what it's come to. And there is an exception for bona fide religious groups now on a First Amendment thing. But please don't do stuff like this. And I know you mean well, but it's not good. Or do it in Ponte Vedra or something. All right, thanks a lot.